Yeah. Tank all day, baby. Tank all day. Easy work. Easy work. My money goes to
Calvin Ford isn't interested in discussion, underdog tales, or hypothetical situations. Lamont Roach is simply another boxer who is going to be taught a harsh lesson, in his opinion. For Tankovic, this battle is just another one of his routines.
My whole family's from DC. My whole family, like my entire family.
Don't bring them. Don't bring them.
For what?
Don't bring them. I'm telling you,
they gonna celebrate with me. Yeah,
don't bring them.
It's gonna be.
Ford has seen enough fighters to know who truly belongs at the top and who's just passing through. In his eyes, Roach is just another name on the schedule, a tough, confident fighter eager to prove himself. But toughness alone doesn't win fights against a puncher like Tank. Confidence fades the moment that first shot lands and game plans quickly fall apart. Roach's camp has tried to build him up as a real threat, but Ford isn't convinced. He's seen too many opponents enter the ring with big ambitions, only to crumble under Tank's power. They try to adjust, shifting from offense to survival. But by then, it's already too late. That's when panic sets in, the legs slow, the punches grow desperate, and the inevitable knockout comes. Ford believes Roach will be no different, just another challenger who underestimates what it truly means to face Tank Davis.
I say 9th round.
What?
I say 9th round.
You said 9?
Yeah.
What's your response to that, Lamont?
Look, he got scared. Look. He looked at 9th.
I'm telling him, you saying you going down in a 9th?
Ford isn't worried about this fight. He sees no real danger, no surprises. He doesn't talk about Roach as a challenge, but as a stepping stone. Just another name to add to the record. That's the difference between their camps. Roach's team is hoping for a moment. Ford knows exactly what's coming. Yes, Davis and Roach crossed paths in the amateurs, but that was then. Today's Tank is a completely different fighter, sharper, more dangerous, and far more experienced in high-stakes battles Roach has never faced. Roach is undoubtedly a fighter, but that alone isn't enough. Plenty of fighters step into the ring, but only a select few can withstand what Tank brings. Even fewer can win. Ford has seen it all before, and in his mind, this fight is just another inevitable outcome. Another opponent who won't be able to handle the force that is Gervonta Tank Davis.
Say what?
I beat you in the tournament twice. I beat him in the state, and then they did something
beat me
like...
in the regionals. They cheated in Baltimore, took a point from me, fool. Come on. We sent the video to USA Boxing, and they said I should have won. They sent me to the Nationals. That was the only reason why I went.
And then I fought you again, beat you there,
and then
right?
you beat me.
There again.
Then you...
Roach is just entering a situation that he has never encountered before. He has never experienced the type of pressure that Davis exerts, nor has he ever stood in front of someone who can turn off the lights with a single blow. Being prepared and being confident are two different things. Ford believes Roach is unprepared because he has witnessed it all before. The tactics, the hype, the idea that someone has discovered the secret to defeating Tank. But the reality is straightforward. There is no secret. There is no safe place in that ring. One of them works for a long time. Gunder's attempt to bow box, maneuver, and rough Tank up. The struggle ends when he finds his opening.
Easy when he fought Frank Martin.
Frank Martin was inexperienced and nervous. You know, it is what it is. It's going to be a different fight when I'm in there. He's going to be a different.
Ford has seen the same tale unfold far too often to need to say anything. The other team thinks they have the upper hand, but as the bell sounds, everything changes. Everything they have planned for is thrown out the window as Tank begins landing, because the energy shifts and the gravity of the situation sets in. Although there is a difference between the two factions, it is not equal. The Roach side seeks recognition and a means of establishing their belonging. You don't have to prove anything since you've been here before, and you've seen what comes next.
I think he actually took this fight for the naysayers and all this and all the people talking shit about the fight. I think he actually took the fight because he know that I'm a dog, and he want to prove his skills against a dog. So I'm gonna show y'all what happens when two dogs get in the ring together, and I'm gonna be the one. Obviously, I'm gonna be the one.
Davis is keeping locked in as Calvin Ford makes it apparent that Roach is just another name on Tank's list. He finds little meaning in the words, the press conferences, and the outside noise. He is practicing every facet of his game at the gym in order to defeat another opponent. Although David has a reputation for maintaining his fitness, his current regimen appears different. He isn't simply preparing. He's perfecting, as seen by the passion and clarity of his effort. Despite not being the most well-known opponent Davis has seen, Roach is not being taken lightly. Every battle is an opportunity to make a statement, and Tank makes sure that statement is heard clearly as the fists fly.
Fight, you know what I'm saying? Because Roach always, he come to fight. And I think it's a great fight. Everybody talking all that stuff about, why Roach? Because he signed and took the fight. You know what I'm saying?
Gervonta Tank Davis recently gave fans a glimpse of what's to come with a viral training clip that left spectators in awe. The 13-second video, featuring his pad routine with coach Patrice Harris, showcased everything that makes him a nightmare in the ring. Blistering hand speed, rapid-fire combinations, and seamless movement. It was all there. Fans flooded the comments with reactions. "Now he is looking sharp," one wrote. Another chimed in. "Fastest hands at lightweight." But this is nothing new for Davis. He's been in this position before, headlining under the bright lights, carrying the weight of expectations, and thriving in the moment. On fight night, the Barclays Center will be electric, buzzing with anticipation. But Tank won't be fazed. He's been here too many times to feel pressure. He's built for this. His opponent, Lamont Roach, is stepping into unfamiliar territory. Roach has had his moments in the super featherweight division. But this is different. This is lightweight. This is Tank. The punches will come faster, the power will hit harder, and the challenge will be greater than anything Roach has ever faced. Yes, Roach and Davis have history. They met in the amateurs, and that connection adds a nice storyline, but it doesn't carry much weight now. The Davis of today isn't the same fighter Roach once shared the ring with. Tank has evolved into one of boxing's most lethal finishers, a fighter who closes the show the moment he smells weakness. He has knocked out bigger, stronger, and more experienced opponents than Roach, and if his latest training sessions are any indication, he's planning to do it again. While Tank remains the star of the show, the event itself is stacked with talent. The main event features Jose Valenzuela defending his WBA super lightweight title against Gary Antoine Russell. Russell, coming off a tough loss to Alberto Puello, is looking to redeem himself, while Valenzuela aims to prove that his title win wasn't a fluke. The WBC super lightweight belt is also on the line, with Sander Martin challenging undefeated contender Pell. Martin is a tricky opponent, best known for retiring Mikey Garcia and giving Teofimo Lopez serious trouble. He's still chasing his dream of becoming a world champion, and this fight might be his best shot. Meanwhile, Davis remains locked in, sharpening his weapons for Roach. The outside world hasn't given him a moment of peace. Rain or shine, his name is always in someone's mouth. The spotlight follows him everywhere, bringing both admiration and criticism. But that's the reality of being one of boxing's biggest stars. Tank knows what's at stake. He knows that every performance is a statement, every fight another chance to prove his dominance. And when the bell rings, there will be no distractions. Just Davis, his opponent, and the inevitable moment when he looks to add another highlight reel knockout to his already storied career. This isn't new to Gervonta Tank Davis. He's been living in this world since he first started knocking opponents out under Floyd Mayweather's banner. The cycle is familiar. Fans chant his name after a knockout, calling him the best in the world. But the moment he steps away, the moment he's not constantly in the spotlight, the narrative shifts. Suddenly, he's accused of ducking fighters, and his greatness is questioned. Same game, different day. Davis has been watching it all unfold and recently decided to speak on it. Taking to Instagram, he exposed just how fast people switch up. He shared a screenshot of a fan who transformed overnight, from a die-hard supporter to a disrespectful heckler. One day, the fan was in Davis's DMs, praising him, admiring his skills, and even expressing a desire to train like him. The next, he was calling Davis out, claiming he could beat him in a fight. For Tank, this isn't surprising. It's just another reminder of the fickle nature of boxing fans. He understands the game, but that doesn't mean he won't call it out when he sees it.
And then somebody else taught like his crew. That's what get me up. Like that's what make me like, I always want to prove to somebody that I'm like they not who they are.
You talk when they try to talk about that money, that 100 bands.
No, not money per like when they.
There is a pattern to this behavior that keeps happening. Not simply one fan behaving out. While supporters like a victor, they are even more thrilled when one is overthrown. If a boxer doesn't consistently provide knockouts or headline bouts, the same individuals who hype him up will be the first to accuse him of being a phony. Even though it's part of the activity, many who are affected nonetheless find it annoying. Although Davis isn't the kind to let things slip, he also doesn't get sucked by outside noise. His reaction to the incident was not limited to a single fan. Rather, it addressed the larger issue of how erratic boxing fans can be and how people will always find a way to minimize your accomplishments.
Do you consider you and Gervonta friends?
Friends? Probably.
Is it going to be hard to go in the ring and fight your friend?
Not at all.
Are you all going to be friends after?
Yeah, why not?
Either way it goes.
Both making money.
But you guys are making each other bleed.
Hopefully.